Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports Baseball Podcast. This is your 5 prep episode. I'm your host, Jake Gardner, alongside my brother, Zach.
Hello.
We're here in person at our family home, so this is probably our 3rd in-person episode ever out of like the 75 we've done, so gonna have a little fun here, a little more goofing around, but
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
yeah. To all mothers out there who make these fine baseball players, we thank you for fantasy is fun. But yeah, let's just jump in. If you know the format, we're going to go surprises of the week, key pickups, watch list, and then buy low, sell high, trade targets. So without further ado, Zach, what are your surprises?
Yeah, so surprises. Got a lot of surprises this week, but the main ones. My hitting surprise, Manny Margot. In our league, he got 44 fantasy points this week. He's only 10% rostered on Yahoo, and he hit 2 home runs and 12 RBI. So, had a great week. Maybe, definitely worth a streaming option for the time being. He's really hot right now.
For sure. What about your pitcher?
Yeah, and then pitching, Tristan Mckenzie. He went 12 innings, 2 wins, 0 losses, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. Had a great week. I think he had a 2-start week and 2 wins. 71% rostered, looking really good.
Yeah, someone dropped him in my ESPN league. Wow. I don't really get that, so I was probably going to put in a waiver. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my surprise is Jared Walsh. Really started the year slow until this week, finally hitting the baseball. 3 home runs this week. His average is up to .258, and he's got 5 home runs, 19 RBI. So I think on that stacked hitting lineup, you can expect over 100 RBI in the year.
Yeah,
easily. And
that's crazy.
Finally, nice to see him coming around because it's great when you have a first baseman who also has outfield eligibility. So you're usually adding more power to your outfield. And then my pitching surprise, Josh Winder, 2 starts, 1.20 ERA, 0.72 WHIP, 20 strikeouts.
Jesus.
And I still don't even know if that keeps him a rotation spot because they were basically saying he'll start. I think he's filling in for Sonny Gray until Sonny Gray's back.
Okay.
That's what was stated, but I don't know if that'll change with how good he's doing here. But yeah, just keep a close eye on Josh Winder.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to key pickup, Zach.
Yes, Jake, let's do that.
I'll take hitters, bro.
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited about a couple of these. Rowdy Tellez, .270 batting average, 7 home runs, 24 RBI. He's already, this is like a midweek grab, so he's already up to like 70% owned. But if he's still out there, you gotta go grab him. And see if this is legit. I think 3 of the home runs came in one game. Am I correct? Or was it only 2? It was like 22 fantasy points.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got 3 in the one game.
So it could just be he's a power hot streak guy, or this could be
He's getting rowdy this week.
Yeah, we put him at the top of the list just because you gotta grab him to be sure.
Yeah.
You have any other comments on Rowdy? You believe in Rowdy?
No, I think definitely worth a streaming option at the very least. Pick him up right now while he's hot.
For sure. And Yadiel Hernandez, .371 batting average, 2 home runs, 15 RBI. And I believe he is lower owned than Rowdy, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to look that up, Zach, as I keep going here. But
yeah.
He's kind of a must-grab as well, along with Rowdy, with how good he's been doing. And go check that out. And then these other guys, the rest of these guys aren't necessarily in order compared to the top 2. They're just guys that are either picking it up or some of them might be categories leagues guys. But Tommy Pham heating up, and he's in the Reds Stadium now, which is for hitters. .225 batting average on the year. He's up to that. 4 home runs, 7 RBI, 1 stolen base. So he was definitely a draft guy. Everybody drafted him because he went to Cincinnati. He started the first month or so horrible. He's finally starting to do something, though. Did you find Yachty, Zach? No? Tommy Pham thoughts?
Yeah, I think Tommy Pham is definitely a good ad. I've been thinking that for a couple weeks now, and I think he could be a hold for the time being. But yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna be pretty good for a little while. So yeah, Yadiel Hernandez is 30% rostered in Yahoo, and who's the other guy? We were talking about Rowdy.
Well, Rowdy's I know he's 70 plus.
Yeah, Rowdy's 68% in Yahoo. So yeah, Yadiel Hernandez widely available.
Yeah. Next hitter Wilmer Flores on the Giants, .269 batting average, 3 home runs, 19 RBI. He's heating up. And if you didn't draft shortstop well, it's a nice fill-in stream guy for you. Stephen Quam, who was basically the early season breakout stud, he's doing good again. The only reason he slowed down is because he had a hamstring injury, but now he had a good week. I think he hit his first home run this week, and he's not really a power hitter. He's an on-base guy, but he's still at a .319 batting average, 1 home run, 13 RBI. So if you need an outfielder, at least to stream, I still like Quam a lot, and looks like he's past that hammy.
Hell yeah.
And then this guy might actually be the third best hitter on our list, Manuel Margot, which was Zach's.
My surprise.
His surprise of the week. .313 batting average, 2 home runs, 19 RBI, 2 stolen bases. He's on a very good team in Tampa Bay who really focus on base guys, and they're basically they run it by computers. Their team, and he's also low owned, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is. He's only 10% owned. He's definitely available in your league.
Definitely check him out. I mean, he's at least worth a stream until he slows down. See, it's real. But I would move him above Tommy Pham, Wilmer Flores, and Quam. Quam's close. Quam would probably be my fourth out of the list so far. But yeah, any other thoughts on Margot, Zach? I know you're going to like him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like him definitely as a streaming option. I mean, I know he's historically a pretty hot and cold guy, so he might be a drop here within a few weeks. But right now, you need to pick him up because he's feeling it right now.
Sure. And this next guy, I thought good to go over, could fill in your outfield for .6, but he's also very good for categories. Harrison Bader, .247 batting average, 2 home runs, 7 RBI, 7 stolen bases. So if you're low on stolen bases and categories, I think basically a must grab. I mean, stolen bases are hard to come by if you don't draft any guys who can get them. So it's a nice fill-in at the end of your outfield, and you get those bases. So
hell yeah.
And if you're in a point that values him at 3 points a stolen base, it's still a really good grab. And yeah, he's also kind of a hot streak guy, so you watch him, but I don't think he's had this many stolen bases in that sort of span before.
No.
So
that's definitely something to watch because stolen bases in most formats, are something that's usually not something that I try to get, but if I do get them, they definitely can put you over the top in a week.
Yeah, it's a nice ledge sometimes. And then my last hitter for grab, Jesus up to a .26 for batting average, 314 RBI. I mean, he's a power streak guy, and it looks like he might be entering one of those streaks. So I always like to try to include one power guy at the end of the list that you could stream.
Yeah.
So that's it for hitters for me, unless you thought of any more. But I have more on the.
No, I think this is a good notable key pickup list here. No, it's definitely guys that'll help most teams. I would imagine. So yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Definitely.
But yeah, now we'll move on to some pitchers. I'll run down some pitchers here. And first up, we got Jake's surprise this week, Josh Winder.
Yeah, you got to see if they keep starting him.
Yeah, just to refresh. I mean, 2 starts, 1.61 ERA, .72 WHIP. I mean, that's outstanding. And then 20 strikeouts in 1 week. I mean, definitely stream him if he's going to get a couple more starts or something. Get him in for those starts. Could be a hold if they keep him in the rotation, and he'd be a great pickup. But I think he's definitely a streaming option at the very least right now until they set him back down. But put him back on your watch list for if they call him up later in the year. So yeah, definitely one to keep watching. We got Michael King, .51 ERA, .74 whip, 25 strikeouts. Is that just this week, or is that total?
Total. We talked about it a little bit last week, but I put him on here, middle reliever for the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, he's going the frick off.
He's also gotten some saves. He's gotten some wins, like he would pitch multiple innings.
He does like everything.
It looks like this year those type of relievers can be just as worth it as a save guy, because so far in our points leagues, we have several middle relievers in the top 100 pitchers, including Mike King. So at that point, they are worth it if they're breaking the top 100. And if you can gather as many top 100 guys on your team as possible, that's going to put you over the edge. So maybe he's not the number 2 grab. I was just kind of putting guys on the list as I found them. But if you need a reliever, he's definitely a grab.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Hyunjun Ryu. He's almost done with his rehab assignment, and he'll be back up. I know he struggled to start the year, but maybe definitely a streaming option especially if it's like a weak matchup that he's going to be pitching. Like if he's going against the Orioles or something, maybe consider him for that start. But
he's a stash guy. He's a guy who
he's had good stuff in the past, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, give him ace level production before, and he's on a very good team to back him up.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
And next, a guy that I'm starting to like more and more that I never used to be a big fan of, but I'm starting to come around a little bit. Michael Waka. On the season, 1.38 ERA. That's about to go up today, right, Jake? When the Sox hit him around, but
I hope so.
Yeah, but we'll see. But .92 WHIP and 19 strikeouts, having a great little sneaky good season here.
Yeah, I think it's a must grab until he slows down, because those numbers are unbelievable for his age, and usually in fantasy, pitching is probably one of the hardest things to start grabbing at this point in the season. Like the breakouts have either been drafted at the end of the draft or grabbed in the first month. And we find out this guy was only 40%. So you got to keep rolling with them, and if that's your worst pitcher, and watch out. Yeah. Who else you got?
Then we got the relief pitcher on the Cardinals, Ryan Helsley. Has a 0 ERA on the season, .10 WHIP, 20 strikeouts, and the guy throws gas. In his first game that he really got, in his first game that he went in and they gave him the 9th inning, they gave him the 8th and 9th inning, and he got like 4 strikeouts and the save. He threw a couple pitches up at 103 miles an hour. Like the guy's just young with a live arm, and those guys, can usually. I think they're considering him now for the closing role. I think what did they got, Gallegos or something as their closer?
Yeah, so I think this is another kind of, he's still a middle reliever, but like you said,
he's
throwing
still
gas.
Putting up better numbers than Soto, who's a closer on a bad team. So this is a guy. I think you should.
Votto's the closer on Detroit? Yep. I thought Helsley was on the Cardinals.
I'm just saying Helsley's he's not a closer, like 100% closer, but he's still putting up better stats than numbers than Soto.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm pretty sure he's top 100.
So he'll go out there every now and then for the 9th inning and get you a couple saves. He'll throw multiple innings, and he just the thing that makes him really valuable as a middle reliever or 8th inning guy is the strikeouts. He'll get 3 strikeouts in an inning, more than not. So that's still makes him a little fantasy relevant if he can keep that up. So someone to consider if you're really struggling looking for relievers, you can't find a closer. This is a guy that you might be able to add, and he'll give you still good production.
Yeah, I definitely like him. I think he's
very low owned. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
A lot of these, we try to find guys as much as we can that are lower than 50, so that most people listening can still grab these guys. I mean, we'll still talk about the main grabs like Rowdy, who's already up to 68, but try to get the low owned before, like by the time we record and before more people grab them.
Yeah.
Are you checking his ownership? Okay. Yeah. And then Drew Rasmussen on the Tampa Bay Rays. People have been kind of streaming him on the year for fantasy, but now I think he might be a hold. 2.89 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 26 strikeouts. We know Tampa Bay knows how to develop.
He's 46% rostered, Helsley, so he's still available in half of leagues, so go check.
And then Drew Rasmussen, since you're there, Zach, and Yahoo, I think he's getting heavily grabbed, but he's still under 50, I believe. And this might be, for the upside, my number 2 pitcher to grab for a starter.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I've been seeing his name pop up a lot this week on all kinds of different places talking about fantasy sports. And this is probably one of your last chances to get him. He's climbing up. He's 53% rostered now, and it's probably going up, continuing to go up. So right now he's still available in half of leagues, but, go check and see if he's available. Consider adding.
For sure. And then I just want to talk about this guy. We're in a very competitive buy-in league, and for somehow this guy's an own Daniel Bard, the closer for the Rockies. He's 80% owned, like Yahoo leagues wide, and he's available to grab, and he's getting so many saves. He's up to like the 40th ranked pitcher in all of fantasy or something. I just wanted to bring him up, like, even if you're not a reliever guy, like this is a must grab.
Go check
Pitcher just to get you some extra points.
Go check in some of those leagues that he is available.
Yeah, and I think I was able to grab him late in his breakout in my ESPN league as well. So, but moving on, Brad Keller, 1.74 ERA, 0.84 WHIP, 19 strikeouts. I think he was on my watch list for like 2 or 3 weeks because we know he's slowed down before, but this is a long enough span to a start of season to warrant grabbing.
Definitely. I mean, numbers are good. I mean, 31 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts. So he's not like, but he's probably a good floor guy maybe. But I mean, Kansas City, I don't know how good they really are. But he's putting up,
he's doing good without
stats
them
here. So definitely worth like deeper league for sure. But yeah,
numbers don't lie.
Definitely not.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean that's really good.
It's been a month. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself.
Over a month.
But yeah, but for sure. That's it for pitchers. Unless you had another must grab guy you wanted to talk about. Otherwise, we have a lot of watch lists.
We'll just get into that.
So, watch list with a quick hook. I have Andrew Heaney on here. He's being dropped because he went to the IL and he hasn't officially started a rehab assignment yet. But he was throwing gas. He was being grabbed right before he got hurt. The Dodgers. I just think people were able to hold as many guys as they could. But if you can stash a guy, I think he needs a good stash.
Yeah.
So just basically watch that rehab assignment. And then 2 Cleveland pitchers who usually are decent floor guys, but are really bad to start this year. Zach Plesac and Aaron Civale basically are on rosterable right now. I mean, Civale, I think his last start was
finally had a good start. He finally didn't go negative for the first time this season, so definitely now I'm clicking watch list.
Yeah, both watch lists with a quick, like if they both have 2 good starts in a row, I think you can grab them for the bottom of your bench. I'm just really surprised
because Aaron Civale historically is one of the best floor pitchers that you can just have as one of your last roster spots, and he'll always get you positive points. He might not always get you like 25, 30, but he'll always usually get you 10 or 15 at least, And he never really goes negative like that, so I was kind of surprised to see how much he was struggling. Plesac, not as much because I know he's a live arm, young guy. He just kind of is all over the place a lot of the time. So I'm not as surprised with Plesac kind of struggling, but I was definitely with Civale. I wasn't thinking he would be a drop.
Yeah, quick trigger on those guys.
Yeah,
because Cleveland has a good young team. And then another guy I saw dropped in both Yahoo and ESPN, Joey Votto. He's starting out really cold. He is older.
It's also cold in Cincinnati.
Yep. If you're in a 12 or 14 team league, though, and this guy starts turning it around,
pick him up.
He's a big home run hitter. So that's why he's on the watch list quick hook. I wouldn't grab him right now, but just keep watching him.
Definitely.
Tyler Anderson, Dodgers pitcher, 2.78 ERA, .97 WHIP, 22 strikeouts, very low owned. So this is another probably deep league move, or at least your watch list, or he's at least a stream starter if you're one of those guys who streams like 4 starters a week or whatever. I like him a lot with these numbers. Yeah. He's got a good team.
I like the strikeout an inning. He's 22 innings, 22 strikeouts. Pretty good. 17 hits, only 5 walks. I mean, you'll have to see it. I'm surprised that the Dodgers keep finding good young players.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sheldon Noose, .307 batting average, 2 home runs, 14 RBI, 3 stolen bases. Yeah, this is on the season, so pretty good numbers. And I noticed this guy was being grabbed low amount, like he's up 5%. So I personally wasn't ready to grab him. Are we in a 12 team?
You're in a 10.
Yeah.
You're in a competitive.
Yeah. This guy in a 12 team probably is a grab then.
Basically a 12 team league, even though we 10 because everybody's
making moves. And then another watch list quick hook. George Kirby is coming up from AAA for Seattle to start. I don't know if personally I would start him in his first start in the big leagues, and I don't know too much about this guy's history, but it's always when they're bringing up a prospect, the guy's usually earned it. So you want to add him to your watch list. See how he does. Do you know more about Kirby, Zach?
I know that when he gets angry, he likes to engulf people. So just be careful about Kirby when he gets angry.
Gosh.
But other than that, he's normally just like a cute, cuddly, big guy. So yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh, we're talking about the baseball player, not the video game Kirby. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, but yeah, definitely watch him. Anytime a top prospect is coming up, I always get a little tingle, get excited. But a lot of the times it can be a slow burn. But so I just put him on your watch list, and if he has like a good week or two, definitely consider.
Yeah, and I see you added Kikuchi.
Yeah, he was a guy that you and me were both kind of high on at the start of the season, and he just he struggled right out the gate, so he was a drop, but he finally had a good start.
Yeah, definitely watch list. Got the team behind him. He's a strikeout pitcher. See if he could do something. And then watch list for deeper leagues. I have a couple more guys. I saw this guy was being dropped pretty heavily. Jurickson Profar. I think you dropped him, Zach.
Yeah, I did. For 2 weeks he had like no hits.
So I think it's just going to be you could still have another hot streak, so keep him on the watch list, right?
Yeah, I mean the only reason I did it is because Laureano is available, and I just figured that Laureano might be better rest of season than Profar.
I guess that should be in the watch list too, is Laureano.
Yeah, we can talk about Laureano as well. I mean, he's starting today, Sunday. He's back.
Yeah.
So,
everybody knows he can do good. It's just
he's a good young speedy player, so
yeah, and then Kyle Hendricks, another heavy dropped guy recently. He's having a really bad start to the year, but I think he still has another hot streak in him. He could have another.
I think you start him when he's pitching at home and he's a stream. I don't know if he's a hold anymore. Because he does his numbers, like his splits, home road splits, are like night and day different. He pitches great at home and he sucks on the road.
Yeah, maybe they're sign stealing at home or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that wouldn't make sense for the pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing something, probably cheating.
How can the pitcher cheat besides the sticky stuff? I think it's
no.
Never mind. Jake Odorizzi.
Yeah.
Is that how you say his last name?
Odorizzi.
He's had 2 good starts in a row. He's on Houston. I mean, deep league, you can grab him. I just added him to my watch list today.
Yeah.
See if he can keep doing something. Everybody kind of knows what he is at this point.
I think he's a matchup. He's a matchup stream.
Yeah. And then Kyle Freeland, 2 good starts in a row. His ERA is now under 4. He's like a 3.91. And everyone knows this guy's gone on a hot streak in the past 2 years, like both of the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's put together a couple months each year and he kind of does again, but definitely another guy you can stream. Good stream now if he's getting hot.
Definitely a good stream.
Mm-hmm. And
he's getting positive points.
Jose Miranda on here?
Yeah, Jose Miranda. One of the top prospects on Minnesota. He's up right now while who's hurt? Miguel Sano is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be getting a little bit of playing time here. So he came up at the start of this week. He has played 6 games, and he hit a home run the other day. His first home run. Kind of struggling like you'd expect a rookie would at first, but he's got a lot of what do they call it? He's got a lot of he's a big level prospect in their system, so a lot of people are excited about him. He's only 23 years old. He is like a 5-tool type guy where he's good at a lot of things. So just be watching him. I don't know if he's a pickup just yet, but he just did his first home run, so that's something.
For sure. Yeah, man, let's get into buy lows because we have a lot here we wanted to talk about.
Yes.
Some of these, 4 of these guys are it's your last chance to buy low, we think, and then some of them are just pure buy lows. So Lucas Giolito, I put him on here because he's not as good as he should be yet. He did have a good start against the Cubs. They still kind of hit him around, and I think we all know he can be better than this.
Well, the fact that he gave up the 2 home runs and then he rebounded to still go 3 more innings after that, shows you that he's just a competitive. He's not going to let stuff get to him.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally warmed up. I'm throwing.
He's a guy that he's definitely a guy that I want for sure because he can get himself out of. He's got that mindset where he can get himself out of any situation. He doesn't let shit get to him.
He's just not playing up to his level yet.
He will though.
That's what I'm saying.
Same thing with him. He usually starts slow in April and then gets better over the summer. So
I think it's your last chance.
Yeah, definitely
for sure. And then this is your guy, Zach. So I'll let you.
Yeah. Mike Clevenger. I actually just put a trade through to get Clevenger. I traded Zach Wheeler for JT Realmuto and Mike Clevenger. Taking the risk here, but I think there's risk with Wheeler as well with his injury too. Both guys coming back from injuries, so. Clevenger looked decent in his first start back. He's going to take a month or more probably to get back into the swing of things before he starts putting up consistently great stats. But I think if you have a bunch of other good pitchers on your roster and you can be a little patient and you can afford that, I think send a trade over for him right now. See if you can get him.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think you just have to make sure, like Zach said, he might be a month before he's ace level or longer.
Yeah.
So you just have to make sure you can hold that, Maybe you don't put him in for every start the next month of May.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but then for the long run, if you're just looking visionary, you're looking for the playoffs, fantasy playoffs, I think it's a great.
But as a guy to stash, it's not like it's not like you're stashing a guy that's suspended or something. You're stashing a guy that is playing, so you're gonna be seeing how he's doing. Even if you don't start him, you'll get instant information on how he's doing. So I think it's
definitely buy low.
Yeah,
he didn't have a great first start, but it was his first start since Tommy John.
He's at his lowest right now.
It was Tommy John, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, I think definitely a good move. I mean, probably the cheapest starter you can get on this list because the other starters are just more stretched out and not coming off of that injury. Yeah, this is another one, though. Framber Valdez struggling to start the year. I mean, the numbers aren't horrible, right? But he's supposed to be their ace, their first pitcher option. He's 3.34 ERA, 1.30 WHIP, 26 strikeouts. I think you could probably get him the cheapest right now because he's not throwing lights out or anything.
Yeah.
He's He's given up runs, but he's got the stuff to be filthy, and he could probably improve as the year goes on. I mean, I think it's a good buy low option. What do you think?
I agree.
All right. Well, we agree.
Yeah, we
so
agree.
there it is.
We're in agreement.
Peralta, over a 5 ERA to start the season. He's supposed to be like the number 2 Milwaukee pitcher, right?
Yep.
No, sorry, I
Number
forgot
3.
about Woodruff.
Yeah.
Number 3.
But he's a great number 3 usually.
Yeah, it might be the best pitching lineup with those other 2 breakouts.
Yeah.
On the team, their number 4 pitcher looks like a stud right now.
Yeah.
Everybody grabbed last week.
Yeah, Jeez, I can't remember.
Yeah, so whenever we're put on the spot, we don't have the name right. But I was so pissed that Jason got him before me. It could be like the grab of the year, Eric Lauer.
Yeah, Lauer. Yep.
That's their 4th option, so they look
great.
Kind of look scary. I get to go see him in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah. But Peralta though, I'm not sold as a buy low on him. I've never really been a big Peralta guy. So
breakout year last year.
Yeah, breakout year last year, but like he's just not a guy that I'm really looking at this year.
But why?
I just don't know if I buy that he's gonna be how he was last year.
Okay.
I don't know if I buy it. He's been in the league a little while, so I just don't know.
Yeah, if you guys agree with me, I think a guy over 5 ERA, it's a good buy low option. Like you could just send some overproducing players over. Don't send too much for the 3rd option on a team, But I think if you sent Luis Garcia from Houston, you could probably get it 1-for-1. I mean, if you're willing to take that risk. So, or Merrill Kelly, who's having a really good start to the year, right, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Jose Abreu. I know you wanted to talk about him, Zach. So I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, Jose Abreu is this time of year is always a good buy low because his whole career, and I know this for a fact because I'm a big White Sox fan and I watch a lot of games the last few years, and Abreu always struggles every April. It's like a thing with Abreu. He never does good in April, and then once May starts is when he starts crushing the ball, and then he carries that all through the summer. Every year it's the same thing. Because every year they're talking on the Chicago radio about at the beginning of the season, like, oh, is this when Abreu starts slowing down? They talk about it every single year, and then every May he turns it around like instantly when it starts getting warmer. So Abreu, buy low, get him. He'll be a top 10 first baseman. That's like a lock. So I think now's your chance to get him because he's already starting to crush the ball this week. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, totally agree. You know what? I actually did that. I traded.
Say.
But a lot of people believe in Kyle Schwarber, so people may think I lost this trade. I traded Schwarber kind of high, and then Schwarber actually had a really bad week in fantasy because it through Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And then Abreu's first game I got him, he hits a dinger. But I think that's as fair as it could be. Like, you don't want to screw over the other person either. You want to make a fair trade, but I'd rather have Jose. With his injury history compared to Schwarber, I think Jose can last the season and finish better in fantasy. But Schwarber definitely could get like 40 home runs this year. So I took a chance because I'm a White Sox fan. Wouldn't recommend that for everyone. You might want to trade a little less of a package.
Yeah.
Like maybe you send Josh Bell since they're so hot. Because everyone knows Votto.
Yeah.
You might need Schwarber more if you have him. But I have another White Sox player that I think he's last chance to throw a trade out for him.
Yeah,
at least Robert,
because he's had a great 2 weeks now.
He's had a good 2 weeks, but he's not playing like we're talking about him being an MVP.
Not playing like that yet.
He's not playing like that. He's got
But he was at a below 200 average, and now he's got it up to like 270. So
yeah, this is a guy you're going to have to send a package over for, no doubt. He's .274 batting average, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, 5 stolen bases. But he should get way hotter than this, man. I am actually, I'm willing to send, the farm. I think if you offered Kyle Schwarber, who could get 40 home runs, if you offered Pablo Lopez, who's a breakout pitcher on Miami,
that might be too much.
You think that'd be too much?
Too much for just Robert, I think, yeah.
But if Robert's going to finish a top 10 hitter.
Yeah, but that's not a guarantee.
Well, that's what you're trading for. You're always taking a risk.
Yeah,
with a
but
trade.
you don't like give up. You wouldn't give up something crazy like that right off the
Merrill
bat.
Kelly and Kyle Schwarber.
Maybe.
It's going to have to be a package.
I mean,
You're doing a 2-for-1, or it has to be a even caliber level player.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems like a lot for Robert, who hasn't really proven that he's like an MVP guy so far in his career. I like him a lot, but like it's not like he's been like, Babe Ruth. He's not been Babe Ruth since he came up, like they were talking about. But
Zach has little faith.
No, I got faith, but like I can't just be a biased White Sox fan on the podcast.
You're trading for in fantasy. If you win White Sox fan, you're trading for a potential top 10 hitter.
Yeah,
to finish the year, where Kyle Schwarber would finish maybe top 50.
Yeah,
if he gets 40 home runs, and then Pablo Lopez.
I would just start with Schwarber for Robert first and see if they would take that.
They won't. But if it's Schwarber, you have to throw something in. If it's who's the Houston hitter who's struggling right now?
Brantley.
No, the younger stud. That's a higher draft pick that you had.
Oh, Bregman.
No, the outfielder, young guy.
Oh, Kyle Tucker. Yeah, he's been struggling to start the year.
Maybe you could throw Tucker out there. That
could be a good one for one
level. That's an even level.
Yeah. That would be a good one.
Same tier player, at least, for the draft.
I think they're pretty similar guys. I think Robert gives you more stolen bases than Tucker will. So,
Yeah. Okay. And, this could be a harder one to get. So I just wanted to throw it out there that he'll probably keep getting better and you won't have a chance.
Yep.
Jesse Winker, breakout year last year, traded to Seattle. He's really struggling to start the year, .194
Yeah,
ERA.
and if you remember last year in his breakout year, he was really struggling to start the year because he was a waiver pick last year. In like June or like late June is when he started really hitting the ball.
Yeah.
So I think this is just who Jesse Winker is, and it's been a weird April. I definitely think he's a great buy low right now.
A lot of hitters are down this year so far. Yep. It's kind of weird. It'll pick up. But Jesse Winker, .194 ERA, 1 home run, 9 RBI. So he's a clear buy low. You could trade Adolis Garcia maybe.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, I might get it done.
Depends on, everything's situational. It depends on what the other team needs.
And how high they are on the player.
Yeah. You have to talk with them, but we're just giving you, parameters.
Yeah.
Same tier possible players, at least right now. I mean, Jesse Winker should be better than Adolis Garcia, but that's why it's a buy low.
Yeah.
Jorge Solaire, Zach, you got this guy.
You probably could just wait and see if he ends up on waivers because someone might drop him. So I don't think you have to give up a whole heck of a lot to get Solaire if he's still owned in your league. This is a guy that can put up 10 home runs in a month, and you just hope that you can get one of those months when you trade for him. This is definitely a little bit more of a risky one because he's so hot and so cold of a player. Like those cold streaks make him unrosterable, but those hot streaks make everybody in your league want to get him while he's on it. Like
you could see people drop him too.
You could wait another week and see if people drop him, and you can just get him for free. Or you could just give up not a heck of a lot at all and just try and get him now. I think any team that gets any kind of offer for Solaire would probably take it because he's been.
Would you trade Adolis Garcia, Zach?
I think I would because I think they're very similar guys. Garcia.
It just Solaire. Really depends. This one really depends on if you believe in Solaire.
They're the same guy, Garcia and Solaire. So
personally, I'm not buying low on Solaire, but it's like a cheaper option, so it's nice to have on this list. Like we usually talk about some stars.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get stars easily. So Jorge Solaire is more reasonable.
He can be a star for a month. You just got to hope that you want him for that month.
Can be dropped. You might be able to grab him for free.
That's what I said a lot. Yeah, you can give up nothing to get him now, hardly anything, or you could just wait for him to be on waivers. So this is definitely the lowest buy low on this list here.
Yeah. Carlos Correa, why are you buying low on him, Zach?
I just think, he's getting out of the buy low realm right now. He was having a great week and a half, 2 weeks, up until he just got hurt here. It looks like he might end up on the IL, which sucks. But I think that makes him even more of a buy low right now because he was really starting to do hit the ball, do everything that Carlos Correa does the last couple of weeks until he just got hurt this week.
What's the injury?
I'm gonna check that real quick. But
Oh, sorry, I thought you
I just know that he
like how serious.
has been doing really good.
Day to day,
Yeah, he's
finger.
I thought he got hit like by a pitch on the hand or something, or was it sliding into the bases? I can't remember.
He's likely to avoid the 10-day injured list.
Okay, well, that's good news.
But yeah, good buy low window after an injury and
He's just starting
slow
to
start.
he's just starting to crush the ball, like getting some home runs, getting all his hits, doing everything that he does. And if you're in a league with defensive points, he's a great defensive shortstop, so he'll get you double play points and stuff. So, just a guy that I think this is like your last kind of chance to buy low on him. I think he might be like a top shortstop here within the next like couple of weeks to a month. Might be one of the top guys.
Yeah, if you need a shortstop, I think this is the definite one to go for first.
And then we're on the
bench.
shortstop track right now. We can talk about our next buy low shortstop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Trevor Story. So what's the story on Story, Jake?
He's really hard to roster personally. I mean, obviously he's not a drop because of the caliber, but he is being dropped actually in Yahoo's down 1%.
Yeah.
.202 batting average, 0 home runs, 10 RBI, 1 stolen base. Yeah, personally, as an owner, I would be open to deals. That's why he's a buy low. I think if you need a shortstop, and this is probably cheaper than Carlos Correa.
Going back to our trade that we were talking about for what was the trade we were talking about where you'd have to give up something good for Abreu or something, or for Robert? For Robert, Trevor Story could be like your throw-in right now. You know.
Well, I'm gonna make him a sell. But what would you throw to buy?
Well, to buy him,
if you need a shortstop and you believe he still has that star potential, what would you offer for him, Zach? Like to give the audience a...
Yeah, I would offer probably Adelise Garcia for Story.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't take that trade if you had Story? Well, that's what I would offer at first, and then we could work from there.
Debate.
But because Garcia's been actually doing something, so
yeah. Yeah, but the owner, whoever drafted Story, knows he's not a bust.
I might offer Gavin Lux because he has a lot of upside as well.
Okay.
And that might be a good one.
Drop. A lot. Heavy drops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, still a buy low, cheaper than Correa. I mean, as an owner, I would take... God, I don't know what people would throw you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard, I mean, because Merrill Kelly I might take.
Okay.
Even though he's a lower owned player, he's only 69% owned, giggity.
He's doing good. Good.
He's doing good, though, and if I need pitching to fill in, I would take something like that.
Yeah.
As an example. Yeah, Zach, I say you put Shane Bieber on here.
Yeah, just because, he's not at ace level.
This wouldn't be hard to get, though, wouldn't it? What's he... Let me go.
His numbers are average right now. Like he started slow first two starts, and he's working his way back now. He's had a couple good starts now.
Okay. Negative 18 on his last one. Wow.
He had a bad start his last one. I just think he's definitely a buy low right now, and you
definitely after that
potentially have a top 10 pitcher by the end of the season if you can be patient with him.
Yeah, ranked 211 right now, 4.13 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. 29 strikeouts.
I mean, it's rough sauce right now for.
You're correct though. With this bad of a start, dude, you gotta offer something.
Yeah, I think you should try and get him because he could definitely finish the year.
Pablo Lopez and Josh Bell or Bard. We're in the middle of it.
Probably another 15 minutes.
Thanks. What would you take for Bieber? If you're the owner, cut out that last part.
Yeah, definitely.
But if I offered you Pablo Lopez and like an extra guy, like a lower tier, what would you do it?
I'd give up Pablo Lopez and Josh Bell to get Bieber.
Okay.
I'd give up those two guys because I think they're gonna. I think at least one of them is gonna.
It's gonna take a lot.
But I think Bieber's gonna rise. So.
But yeah. Here's one I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Do you think Gas Man's for real?
Absolutely.
Gossman.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have injury history though, and he's old?
I don't know how old he is. I think he's like in his lower 30s. I think.
You could offer him for Shane Bieber.
Could,
if
but
you
I
believe.
don't know that I would do that though, because
Yeah.
I like Gasman on Toronto a lot.
Yeah.
But
Gas, man. Give him the gas.
we can talk about Michael Brantley now.
Okay. Yeah, I put him on here because he is older, so people tend to believe less in them. Like, that's how I got Jose Abreu, I think, is because the guy I traded with wanted Schwarber, who's 29, broke out last year, and I got Jose Abreu, who's 35, but he's 2 years removed from an MVP, so...
And he's not slowing down.
I think that's why he was more willing to do it, though, because of his age, which is kind of the same scenario with Brantley. He's also 35. Wait, no, he might be older. He's 37.
I think he's 36 or 37, yeah.
But he's an on-base guy. He always gets you positive fantasy points.
Yep, he's a great batting average.
Your categories league, this is a must buy low.
Yeah,
you get the added average.
He hits over 300, and he'll hit you like 20 dingers. He's very valuable.
He sees the ball so well.
Yeah,
and he's just not putting up his normal kind of numbers yet.
But I just think it's been a weird April. You know,
that's why you buy low.
Yeah. I think Brantley's an amazing buy low right now.
You need to fill in your outfield. What if you only have two good outfielders?
I'd be trading for him. I might offer Charlie Blackmon for him straight up.
Oh, they're both old though.
Yeah, but Blackman's been actually doing decent.
Yeah,
lately.
Yeah, that might go through.
Yeah,
without bias. Yeah,
cool.
That hits it for buy low. Sell highs, bro.
I got a couple sell highs here, so I'll take this guy because I actually got him on my team. Luis Garcia finally had a good start. He's a promising young pitcher in the Astros staff. I would listen to talks on Garcia, like listen to trade offers, but I am not like 100% ready to like trade him. But if I got a good offer, I might decide to do it. But I'm pretty high on Garcia myself.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
selling high.
No, I mean I would if an offer came over that I liked. I'm not like he's not untradeable.
But he's on the sell high.
Yeah, I would sell him. I would sell him, but I am high on the player too.
A lot of strikeouts. You could offer him for a struggling Jose, Carlos Correa. I mean, if they
might offer him for Michael Brantley.
Yeah, like if you need hitting,
yeah,
you trade a guy like Garcia, right?
Yeah, I would probably do that.
He's probably worth more than Brantley.
Probably, but yeah, I mean, I would listen to different offers. Yeah, he's not untradeable for sure.
For sure. How do you feel? Go ahead. Are you still talking?
No, I'm just saying I like him, but so it wouldn't be like I would just sell him for anything. But
yeah. So how do you feel about Merrill Kelly? Is he for real?
I like Merrill Kelly a lot. Like I think he is for real. I just don't like the team he's on. So if I had him, I might definitely want to like get a good package back.
Yeah, I don't think I fully believe. So if I owned him, I'd be selling high. He's 69% owned. I mean, number 15 ranked pitcher, though. I think it's the perfect time to sell.
This is the time to sell for sure.
I would try to get any of the guys we just talked about on the buy low.
Yeah.
If you could include Merrill Kelly in a package for Giolito, it's a must trade.
Definitely.
If you could trade him for Freddie Peralta, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
1-for-1. If you could trade him for Mike Clevenger right now, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know about that one.
If you believe in Clevenger, we're in a lot of fantasy baseball forums, and a lot of people believe in him. Like, they're pretty high in him.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, you might get that through. But, yeah, there's no way he's going to remain top 20 for me. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
With the team he's on, his history of just kind of mediocre pitching, he's not a top 20 pitcher like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I wanted to ask you, is Pablo Lopez for real in Miami?
I mean, I think he could be.
Okay.
He's
got really good numbers.
35 strikeouts and 36 innings.
First year up?
I think so. Never heard of him before, so I think so.
Yep, 1.0 ERA, 4 wins, .89 WHIP, 35 strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean,
looks like a stud, but it's just another guy. He's not fully proven on a season yet. Maybe you could get a package for him. Maybe you could get Giolito with this kind of guy.
I mean, I think you could, and I think you should try and trade for a proven guy.
Yeah. I mean, I know obviously people are high on him. He's 94% owned.
Yeah.
They're saying he's masterful in these articles. He'll carry an impeccable 1.0 ERA and
They definitely talked good about him.
Brewers.
Damn.
People are high on him, dude, and I feel like you could get a higher tier, more proven pitcher.
Yeah, I would do that
but
for
if
sure.
you're just high on Pablo, don't trade him. I'm just talking potentials here.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo we still have on the list for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of risk with Rizzo. I mean, he's playing great. A lot of injuries, stuff to worry about with him, and he gets hot and cold as well. So I'm not like 100% like I'm putting him on the trading block. But I mean, if you have a good offer, if you can use him to get something else that you really need, I think he's definitely a guy you can use to get you maybe anybody right now.
Exactly. We've talked about him, so
yeah.
If you believe in him, then you just hold.
Yeah.
Rowdy Tellez, are you selling high on him?
I think
Did you actually get anything though?
That's the thing. That would be tough because this is like his breakout. So
maybe Trevor Story.
Yeah, you could probably
Story's doing so bad.
You could probably do that. That would
maybe Jesse Winker.
Yeah,
because he's doing so bad.
Yeah,
it'd have to be a guy doing really bad that you believe can bounce back.
Yeah, Shane Bieber, maybe even.
Though you'd have to make
something else.
Yeah, it'd have to be a package. Yeah. That's a throw-in. Josh Bell, how do you feel? Is this for real?
No.
I
definitely.
It was a high draft pick too. That people pegged him as
that he could, but I'm not a Josh Bell guy. I've been burned too many times on that bridge.
What was it, 4 years ago now when he broke out on Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
he was like the #1 first baseman in fantasy.
3 years ago, I think. But yeah,
okay.
Like 2019, I think.
Yeah, and then he just hasn't been the same since.
Yeah,
and actually, right now he is. It's just can't keep it up.
I wouldn't buy it, man. I'd be off that train as soon as I can.
Okay. For sure. Adolis Garcia, we've talked about.
Yeah, we mentioned him a couple, and Schwarber too. But
yeah, Garcia's just hot again on Texas.
Yeah.
If you remember last year, he had 2 months of just dominance, and then he fell off. I actually sold high on him last year. I think it's another good sell high. I mean, maybe give him another week of hot batting to make him worth even more.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it full season.
He
does have a better team now.
No, I think while he's doing good, because he can fall off at any time, you gotta try and make some moves.
Kyle Schwarber, would you sell high?
I would, for sure. I would. There's Schwarber's hot and cold guy's career too. So I
definitely hot and cold. Yeah. Definitely a lot of injury history. Schwarb's.
Yep.
He made us all look like fools last year though when he did break out. People were basically just like picking him up, dropping him. He was like a stream, and then somebody got him for his just month or two of dominance.
Yeah, Aaron.
And then he got hurt or something or COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, .195 batting average, which is worrisome. But 7 home runs, 16 RBI, 1 stolen base.
You don't want Schwarber for his batting average. You want him for his dingers.
Yep. So he's good. I mean, ranked 66 hitter. How high do you think he'll finish?
He'll probably be at his best top 30 outfielder. He'll be in like the top. Like
you think he'll stay in the top 100 hitters overall?
I think he'll be right around there.
Okay.
I
mean, if he hits 40 home runs,
he'll be in the 80 to 100 range, and that's with me thinking he can hit 40 dingers.
You're selling high for a guy who can finish better than him.
Yeah.
You're not selling high just for nothing.
No, I'd include him in a package to get someone better.
Would you trade him for Giolito?
I would probably trade him for Giolito, yeah.
Would you do the Jose Abreu one?
Yeah. I would definitely.
Would you do Correa?
I would do Correa too. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Correa is a 5-tool player. Guys like Schwarber who are good at one thing, I wouldn't. Correa can get you points in a lot of different categories.
For sure.
Not just dingers. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man.
Well,
do you have any other players?
No. I think that wraps her up.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We had a lot of fun just doing it in person.
Yeah.
And anything else, Zach?
Oh, once again, happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there.
Totally listening to fantasy baseball.
Well, give your mom that kiss and hug this today for sure.
For sure.
But I thank you all for listening another week. And you can find us on our social media, We got Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports Podcast. We have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. We have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSPod 2021. And on our YouTube channel, which is how you're listening to us right now, make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button on the video, and hit that notification bell so that you get notified when all our episodes drop. And just thank you all so much for this continued support, and we'll catch you all back here next week for another baseball episode.
Sir, catch you on the flippity flip.
Yep.
See you guys.